I've had a migraine all day, and now I'm stood under these very bright studio lights. Right, it's Wednesday, which means it's Agony Giles Day. I get to sort out someone's problem. And this is a good one. I love my girlfriend, but I don't know how to tell her I'm pregnant from a one-night stand. So this is lesbians, okay? Nothing wrong with that, quite normal, but it's clearly a lesbian one. I'm a woman of 33, and we've been together 2 years. She's everything I could ever ask for. She's beautiful, kind, and really hot. Got any pictures? I'm amazed that she thinks the same about me. Ooh. I asked her to marry me, and we're planning our wedding, but it's all getting very stressful. Nice. One evening we kept going over the details. You do that when you get married. Trying to sort things out. I got up and went into the kitchen to make a coffee. I like a coffee. I haven't been given a coffee this week, but I like a coffee while I'm doing this. But I haven't got a coffee. My girlfriend thought I was ignoring her and she shouted at me not to walk out when she was talking. Bit PMS? I don't know. It escalated into a huge row and she stormed out, saying she wanted to clear her head. I waited half an hour and she didn't come back, so I decided two could play at that game and I went out too. Good girl, that's it, you stand your ground. I went to a bar where I knew I'd find some of my friends. We had lots to drink, oh dear, and some guys started chatting us up, but that doesn't matter because you're a lesbian, so you're not going to do anything anyway, are you? One of them offered me a lift home, and we parked in the car park opposite the flats, where I live with my girlfriend. Oh. He started kissing me, and I responded. You're lesbian. We ended up having sex. We agreed afterwards that it was a one-off. I made it up with my girlfriend. Not that night, I hope. Down there? No, don't go there, Giles. I made it up with my girlfriend and thought it was a bad patch we could put behind us. What, bad 2 or 3 minute patch, I suppose. But now I've discovered I'm pregnant and I don't know whether to keep the baby. Ooh, I really want to talk it over with my girlfriend because we share everything. Well, you would do, you're going to get married. We are now good together again, and I don't want to ruin this. I think you already have. So how do I tell her? Wow. I don't know what your name is, but it's quite interesting, really. So basically, you're marrying your girlfriend, which means you're a lesbian, and you've been out and you've done it with a man. Does that sort of mean that you're probably just a little bit bisexual, if you're quite happy for that to happen? Because, I mean, in all honesty, if I go out and get drunk with my mates, I don't let one of them fuck me on the way home, unless I was gay, but I'm not, so I don't let them do that, which means that you're probably a little bit bisexual. So you need to sort of realise that for a start. The other thing is that you obviously have a child on board. 3 possible answers to this problem. The first one I'm going to say very quickly because a lot of people may not agree with it. It might be a bit of a religious thing and I don't want to get my house burnt down. So I'll say it very quickly and here we go. Abortion. All right, there we go. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is you just tell her. Now, I think your relationship's pretty fucked as it is. So it might well be just worth coming out, cards on the table, tell her that it was probably her fault because you had a bit of a row. That's normally what one side says to the other because it's never your own fault. But tell her exactly what happened and that you were doing it just to get her back. Because actually I think your relationship's pretty much shat anyway. So you might as well just tell her and see if there's a 1 in a million chance of saving it. Why not? Tell her. Go on. Exactly. Promise her you'll never do it again. Try that. Option number 3 is the wild card option. Because actually, reading these, they're so far out and wild that I think we should go for a wild answer. Are you ready for it? Give it to her as a wedding present. Yeah, I would. I'd say to her, My darling, my pal, my love. Do you know that when we get married, the thing that I really would like to do would be start a family? So, I have. I've been out and I've managed to get myself inseminated with a turkey baster. And we're going to have a child. Now, if your friend's girlfriend is a little bit of a nugget, she might take that in. Because actually I think a lot of these problems that get written in and sent in are actually from people that are pretty nutty themselves. So why not? Give it a go. She might love you back with open arms. And actually, if the person's never going to tell what he did with a lesbian in the car park on the way home that night from the pub, she's never going to know. And you will simply have happy families. So they are. I'd go option 3. And I'd love to know how you got on.